Hey there again, y'all, and welcome again to the Freethinkers Revolution. I kind of wanted to go over the last video I uploaded, which it was actually a kind of a sample video from my old channel, the Political Nihilist POV. I actually wanted to, restate the question: is anarchism feasible in a universally altruistic society? But I also kind of wanted to maybe recant on the notion that anarchism really is an ideal system, or I guess lack thereof. But I really just wanted to tackle the question as a whole. Is anarchism feasible in a altruistic society or altruistic world or what have you? But it really does depend on what um, your values are really. And I kind of wanted to maybe bring up the claim that altruism in and of itself is subjective, and in my opinion it's kind of based on a weird spectrum. So I think altruism in itself is really on a weird spectrum on what we're kind of taught growing up. I've always was taught to, treat others the way you're supposed to be treated. So let's say hypothetically, I'm a homeless person, on the street. I would be, I want people to kind of maybe, help me out, with maybe something to eat. I've always been that way. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I've always been, when it comes to homeless people, I tend to give them food as opposed to money. I know that's kind of a general rule for a lot of people, but yeah, when I worked at as a delivery driver for Roundtable, I would always, if I had leftover food I wasn't going to eat anyway, I'd always try to go out of my way to find someone who was homeless, and if they had some sort of sign or something saying that they were homeless, or if they were hungry, I would help them out with the food, as opposed to just money. I mean, I try to do both, but usually I try to help them out with money, or sorry, with food, as opposed to money. But anyway, back to the main point. I really think that altruism is subjective. I think people, I'm not trying to bash all religious people, but a lot of religious people, they kind of focus on, sort of things that really don't really, it's not relevant to actual altruism. A lot of people on the far right are gonna say that homosexuality or abortion is immoral and blah blah blah. And actually, this is a kind of weird example. I talk to people who say they're pro-life, but they're not really pro-life when it comes to helping them out financially if they're you're growing up in a poor or impoverished household. They're not really being looked after. At the end of the day, they're not really being taken care of seriously. It's just you're pro-life until that person's born, and then all of a sudden, their life doesn't really matter. I'm not saying that's all pro-life people. It's a rather large percentage, but there is kind of that hypocrisy there. So anyway, I know I'm kind of going off topic there, but anyway, yeah. Is anarchism really feasible in an altruistic society? Yes, it is, but at the same time, I don't find it to be an ideal system, or lack thereof, I guess, whatever. I just thought I'd kind of bring this up again, just to kind of, recant on what I've mentioned before in the, Political Nihilist POV channel. I know it's a different channel completely, even the, style of the videos a bit different. If you go back to, the video I posted from the Political Nihilist POV, even my demeanor is a bit different. I go kind of from that kind of stoic or emotionally detached, persona to something more relatable, I guess. I don't know if this channel is more relatable, but I try to kind of relate to, other people in that way, kind of in a kind of interpersonal way. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think anarchism really is feasible in a, altruistic society? And do you perhaps think it's an ideal system slash lack thereof? Anyway, let me know, and I'll talk to you guys next time. All right, take care. Bye.